That was a complete mood shift from Love Before BC. Okay, we've got a Simple Love by Chou. Let's go. Number 3. Again, very gentle. Yeah, this is a lot more conservative than the first album. There are some very safe decisions that have been made here in regards to the chord progressions and the bass lines. And maybe this is stuff that I saw in the first one. I think this is just Jay sort of exploring this new direction for him. I like it, don't get me wrong. I think the first album was Jay trying a lot of different things to see what worked. And in the second album, Jay knew the conditions a lot better and was able to sort of capitalize on the fruits of his success. What I love about this music is that it is so indicative of the change in the music industry and the way that modern music works. It's such a simply composed and put together piece. Like you just have a guitar, bass, drums, and vocals, and there's the occasional little bit of double vocal layering. But you go look at the top 10 tunes at the moment across most genres of music, and artists, musicians, and bands are having to put all sorts of crazy stuff in their songs to keep it compelling for people, because there's just not the same attention span that there used to be. This comes from a time 20 years ago where people, I suppose, just had more patience for music. And so Jay could just allow the song to tell itself without needing to act in a way that would be sort of saying that they didn't trust his fans to hear the whole story, I suppose. Okay, and a shift for the bridge. Very pretty harmonies there, some major thirds, I think. That's a progression in a classical song, a classical piece of music, and I can't quite put my finger on what it is called, but I recognize that bass line from it. It's a very competently created chorus. It's catchy, the vocal melody is easy to follow along to. You have the double tracking in the vocals. It works. I mean, I can't really fault it. Okay, and we're just letting that musical theme on the instruments run. And the same chord progression continues for this. Oh, because we're into the second verse, are we? Tad-like vocals here. Very sweet, cheery music. It's lovely to listen to. This is very different to the previous song. I'm assuming these are different sort of fantasy-related concepts that Jay has had over the years. Those two melodies there, they have different notes, but the progression and sequence of them is very similar. It's each run of the chorus is split in two to kind of give you, it's to make sure that you don't get bored effectively. I suppose also to talk about different ideas and holding these notes for a longer period to contrast with the verse delivery. And there's some interesting stuff going on with the drums, like you've got some occasional 16th note drum fills. And there's some nice ornamentation with the vocals and the backing parts. This is very, very much kind of like this is the epitome of a single. Like a single, you know, like a musical single. I think that my impression of how Chou wrote this album is that he was trying to make every single one of these something he could use as a single, which is part of why I think each of these has a music video, and I think that's inherently, you know, impressive. It's, you know, it's laudable. You know, you've got to respect it. The music video is inherently very, very cute. From what I can tell, it's about a person growing up with a woman and they have these interactions and they eventually share time together. Maybe they go apart and then they come back together in the end. That's really sweet. That's really sweet. That was great. Simple love. And we have the lyrics here. It's great to see Jay describing the love that he feels for this person and relating it, like looking back on, you know, the wind on the river, making their hair below. Oh, that's really cute. These lyrics are lovely, talking about holding hands together and watching the sunset until it's very innocent. It's very cute. It's young love. This was a trying to appeal to a very wholesome audience. It's a lot more wholesome than the stuff we've had in this album so far, anyways. You know, they just want to do stuff together. Talking about baseball and bicycles. They want the love to be simple. You know, you resting on my shoulder, you falling asleep on my stomach. Just living with you know, them loving each other. Yeah, they just want to live together like this without there being a whole lot of complication. And I think that's what the song is about. And the song is very simple, and I think that's part of why it's written that way. You know, if you'd had, you know, lyrics like this which described a want for a normal relationship where they just spend time with each other and enjoy each other, and then if you had some really ridiculous progressive avant-garde stuff happening with the music, that the two different elements would not have come together. So for Simple Love to have a very normal A-B C-A-B kind of structure like that, you know, that's easily predictable and easy to follow along with and kind of groove along to and nod your head. And then without any really wild stuff happening in the instrumental parts. And for the singer, obviously to flex a little bit with the vocals, but at the same time not doing anything too ridiculous. Everything makes sense with Simple Love, and I can understand why people like it. I think as well it's important to note that there weren't a whole lot of extended harmonies in here. So the chords that we had were majors and minors. There weren't any chromatic notes or anything. It was very, very much, it's a very simple song. We've got Ninja, number 4. Let's go. Oh, this is how we're doing it? Verbal Ninja. I think that, like, I personally recognize this as being a music that I like. The scales used in the song are used in a lot of Japanese music, like in video games and stuff like that, or movies when they want to show something as quote unquote Japanese with like the ninja stuff. It's it fits the vibe of it very well, and it's very effective with the music video. I reckon that Jay's having fun with this one. This is a one he's having a bit of a good time with. It would have been fun to create and record this one. I'm wondering what the ninja reference is. Oh, I got some calligraphy. That maze looks terrifying, dude. Okay, like the guy's a very competent rapper. He's picked up speed. He's faster than I think he was in the J Chou album, the original one. And that just comes with experience. I'm hoping that it has something to do with the way that he spits on a mic, because if it does, it'll make a lot of sense. You know, being a ninja. It's a very short song. Again, all of these are like this. Is this a fantasy element as well? Him imagining himself being a ninja? Is that what that's about? It's kind of unnerving having the video being edited like this. That's Ichi Nissan. She is 4, isn't it? Ah, and a key shift. Big finish. The trick is though, is that I would say big finish, but there's nothing additional being added to this. It's just that same musical thing that's at the start. Ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. And you got the drums. And you got a bass in there somewhere. Hey, I know that yo from a meme. That's cool. Yeah, this was dedicated to the idea of becoming a ninja and going through the training required for that and all that good kind of stuff. The musical theme sounded like it fit the mood of the song and what it was about, if that was what it was about. The drums are catchy throughout, very emblematic of the I don't know, like, they kind of I don't know how to describe it. Kinda reminds me of sort of Beastie Boys kinda stuff, that kinda dance music from the mid-late 2000s, and, yeah, it did what it needed to do. It was meant to tell a story. We got lyrics here, I'm just reading through these. The ninja's idea, he only knows how to draw with a muscle blade. Is he talking about his journey as a ninja in this world? Oh, I get it. Okay. Oh, I guess. So this song is literally just about him as a ninja and his understanding of what's sort of like involved with that. That he's just having fun with fantasizing about it being a ninja, and that's cool. You know, it's cool talking about, you know, like, you know, fragrances and a painted surface and and all this ninja stuff, like cutting through the faithful and concealed bodies and small shrines and wine houses and talking about the Yamanote line of old Tokyo, I suppose. It's fun. It's a cool song, man. Like the guy, I gotta hand it to Jay Chou. He has a sense of humor. It comes through really well in his music, and it sounds very authentic. I don't think this song would have benefited from being longer than it was, so I'm glad that it was kept to this length. This length, because you know when you're someone like Jay, he rapped very coherently and clearly. People who are familiar with the language and not natively would have been able to vibe along to it. I think this is also part of why I'm glad I'm watching the music videos, because if I hadn't, actually no, I'm pretty sure I would have picked up that this is about being a ninja. I don't want to sort of overcomplicate this. Well done to Jay Chou and team for this song here. It was a good time. It's great that we're still doing stuff similar to. I think there was a song in the previous album that was about animals and like wizards and stuff like that. It's nice that we're doing sort of kind of kooky kind of stuff like this.